continues to drive ahead and encounters lots of people supporting them by the road. Eventually they find the road blocked by the hunter leader. Since various drones are recording, Ben pretends he has explosives that he'll use to kill all the civilians on national TV. He asks for a plane and 2 parachutes and the hunter gets orders to take the deal. Ben tells Amelia she can leave now, but she refuses because she's seen the truth and wants to help. Minutes later at the airport, Ben asks the hunter leader to take off his mask and he tries to say no, but Dan orders him to do it and the camera records Evan's face. Ben can tell that the pilots are hunters too and asks them to take him to Canada or he'll blow up the plane. During the flight, Evan gets impatient and Ben insults him, so an argument ensues. When they're about to get violent, Amelia acts terrified about the bomb to stop them. Suddenly Dan appears on a screen and explains his team has scanned the plane, so they know there are no explosives. Evan gets ready to shoot Ben, however the pilots point their guns at him and Dan scolds him since he wants to have this death on the show. Afterward Dan has a private conversation with Ben to offer him a deal. If he kills Evan and the pilots, Ben can become the new hunter and be paid millions every year. Ben says no, so Dan shows him a clip of the hunters killing Sheila and Kathy. Ben screams in grief and destroys the screen in fury. A confused Amelia turns on her screen and sees Bobby playing the clip of the death of Ben's family, saying that the hunters broke the rules. Now all the audience is on Ben's side. A pilot realizes it's a trap and gets his gun ready, but Ben shoots him first and uses him as a shield since the other hunters are shooting too. A fight ensues and the controls are accidentally pressed, so the plane starts going down. After lots of struggle, Ben manages to retrieve his gun and shoots the hunters in the head. The drone then activates the remote pilot and the plane flies normally again. Afterward Ben searches for Evan, who is hiding in a hatch and takes Ben by surprise. Another fight begins and Ben manages to smash Evan's head on the mirror. Evan grabs a shard and uses it to slash Ben's stomach while revealing that he used to be a player too. He survived 29 days, so the network offered him to become a hunter to stop him from winning. Evan explains the network will torture his family if necessary, implying that the footage was fake. When Evan is about to shoot Ben, the plane's controls make a sudden turn to make him miss. The bullet hits a window and the plane starts to fall. Evan tries to kill Ben again, but Ben realizes he stole a parachute and pulls the handle. The parachute gets stuck in the broken window and Ben uses the chance to kill Evan with a knife. Then Ben gives Amelia a bag with Elliot's Rebel newsletter and opens the door for her to jump. The drone follows her so she insults it and releases the newsletter so they fly with the wind. On TV, Dan announces that Ben is the new hunter. Ben talks to the camera and explains the situation with his daughter. He tells the audience that the network manipulates society, so the real answer is to stop watching and go after the people in charge. His speech is interrupted when the network cuts the signal and Dan immediately edits it to make him look like a madman. The audience watches as the plane comes closer to the station only to blow up in the sky. Sometime later Brad analyzes the episode and points out that there are too many inconsistencies to believe that the story they saw is true. People get angry and retrieve the plane's black box, so the real footage leaks online. Thanks to Ben's speech and Elliot's newsletters, society finally supports the revolution and now they're going after the network. Brad has also discovered that the plane's auto-eject seat is missing, so Ben may still be alive. In the supermarket, Sheila and a healthy Kathy are getting groceries thanks to the money Ben made. When they come out, they're shocked to find Ben waiting for them. At the TV station, Bobby is terrified of the angry crowd and quits. Dan goes to the stage and people start throwing bombs at him. The rebels take over the building, causing destruction everywhere. Dan tries to run away, but he trips on a cable and falls. Ben emerges from the flames to shoot him in the head. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.